What up, YouTube? Pop up live. Pop up live. Everybody opportunity to enter the building. Thought I'd hit y'all with a pop up live. It's been a while. Let me get my affairs in order, if you will. What is going on? I know it's kind of late, but guess what? It ain't that late. It's not so late to where y'all can't double tap the screen and respectfully hit that like button. One time for your man, just getting my affairs in order. Rodney Jones, what it do? Thought I'd slide on y'all one time. See what's what. See who's rocking with me tonight. Y'all double tap that screen for me one time. I know I be just doing these pop-up lives and people be like, damn, KENZ, I didn't even know you was going live. Shit, I didn't know I was going live. I got off work a little early. So I said, what the hell? I'm going to go live. Robert Baltimore, KY Films. What it do? What's good? Robert Baltimore, KY Films. I'm assuming you in Kentucky. 859 stand up. You definitely in Kentucky. Rodney Jones. Rodney Jones. Ain't Mike Jones. It's Rodney Jones. Chiming in from Oklahoma, man. Hey, man, I'll be watching that first 48, man. Oklahoma got some real live gangsters down there, man. Not to say that I didn't think that Oklahoma, but I mean, I just never really knew that it goes down in Oklahoma, man. I don't know if I'm going to come visit Oklahoma, man. The boy don't miss. Pause. Double pause. What's up, my guy? What's good with you, man? Glad to see you stop by. You know what I mean? 918 Lexington. Okay. Okay, Robert, Baltimore, Kentucky Films. What you do? Like you a videographer or something like that? Or how'd you get the name Kentucky Films? Been here 40 years. Okay. That's what's up. Ronnie Jones said there's some real steppers in Tulsa. I definitely see that. I see every time I look up First 48, they in Oklahoma somewhere. Man, it's crazy. I guess you just got that everywhere you go. It's areas to where we probably don't recognize. Like you probably got Idaho. You got people in Montana. Just places the way shit. Kentucky. A lot of people think that we down here like really riding horses and on dirt roads and you know things of that nature. So yeah, it's steppers everywhere, man. For real. Y'all double tap that screen. Get these likes up. I need 1,000 likes tonight, man. I need 1,000 likes. It takes 0.25 seconds. All you gotta do is just simply double tap the screen and voila. My aunt stays in Kentucky. Okay. That's what part of Kentucky that she stay in? Yeah, we're going to do a little Q&A session tonight. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Just a lot of people be hitting me up on my email, realkenztv@yahoo, realkenztv@yahoo, and they ask me a lot of questions, and it's kind of difficult to get to everybody's question. So what I do from time to time, I just jump on live and do a Q&A session, and, you know, y'all can ask me whatever. I'm trying to give it a couple minutes because it is just a surprise live. You feel me? But I'm definitely grateful for you all that entered the building. Hopefully my internet don't get to acting silly. Last time it got to acting crazy. Robert Baltimore, Kentucky Films, just made a new account. I do content, write, produce music. Actually, do a lot. I mess with your content, bro. Keep going. Absolutely, man. We might have to exchange information, man, because I'm trying to do some things. And I'm probably gonna need somebody that knows how to, you know, work that camera. And a lot of people been telling me I should do an actual audio book. So, you know, one never knows, man. We might be able to make something happen. Definitely, let's keep in touch, man. My email's Real KENZ TV at Yahoo. Real KENZ TV at Yahoo. Or you can just hit me up. 859-697-7676. 859-697-7676. But definitely, I won't get with you. JTS Cardinals. I see that bird. I see that bird on the screen. Mount Sterling. What's good, Mount Sterling? What's good, Mount Sterling? What's that? Is that Montgomery County? I think Mount Sterling is Montgomery County. And if it's not, I apologize. No disrespect. I was locked up with some dudes from Mount Sterling. My dog Arthur Brown. If that sounds familiar to you, I was locked up with him. Art. Okay. I thought it was. My dog Arthur Brown, man. Rodney Jones said the shades. No cap, your stories be lit. Be up late night watching all your content. Keep doing your shit. Well, I appreciate that, Rodney, man. See, what I do is, and I say it in a lot of my videos, I make longer content because that's when I go to sleep at night, a lot of times I'm listening to YouTube. I never listen to myself. But I'm listening to longer, like Fleece Johnson or I don't know. Who else do I listen to? Who else do I don't know. Kwame Brown, Bus Life. I like the longer content because it just, I don't know, it just relaxes my mind. So I say, you know what? The people that's working these third shifts or these 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts or whatever, or that's taking these long rides or the truck drivers or whatever, I'm going to make content for the people. Y'all could easily get on here and make 12-minute, 15-minute videos easily. But I'm just like, nah, man, let me really, really do it for the people. So that's my reasoning for making long content. Some people say, come on, KENZ, you stretching your content out. Really, I'm not. It's just a lot of people enjoy the longer content. So that's my reasoning for doing so. Respectfully. Really Buns, my dog, what's good? You know what I mean? What's good with you? Yeah, my dog's gonna handle EKU side. Oh, yeah. I believe that. They shouldn't have no problems with EKU. They shouldn't. I respect EKU and all, but they not ready. Y'all double tap your screen, though, if you will. I'm trying to get 1,000 likes tonight. I'm a little ways off, but we gonna get there. But look, we're gonna do a Q&A session, so y'all can feel free to ask me anything you want to ask me. As I was saying earlier, people be sending me emails, but I'll be responding to the questions. And sometimes I'll even put them in the form of a video, but it just be so many I can't possibly respond to all. So, you know what I mean? I feel you, really, Buns, man. It's late. I jumped on here. I don't know if I feel... Do you have another name I can call you? I don't feel quite comfortable calling you really Buns. I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, is there... Maybe I'll just call you Buns. Oh, no, I definitely can't just call you Buns, man. I'm going to call you really. Really's more, really is more appropriate. We in this bitch like kitchen sinks. On God, I love you make longer content. That's my main issues with people that make content. We want to watch longer stories. And I work night shift at Amazon. So let me explain, and a lot of people gonna get mad at me, but guess what? It's part of it. So, okay, I got you. Really? Let me finish this, and I'm gonna answer that question. That's a very good question. So, a lot of people not really understanding that the fact YouTube is a business. Yeah, you see people getting on here making content, but you got some people that's making some major dough on YouTube. And when I say major dough, I'm not even talking about the people that have, millions of subscribers. I'm talking about, man, I know some people that got 100,000 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers, and they making 20 bands a month. I'm going to just keep it real, man. I'm going to just keep it real. 20 bands a month every month. So you got people that are trying to pump out as much content as they, and I can't blame them. So they're trying to pump out as much content as they possibly can. They don't really feel like doing the 35, 40, 50-minute videos, because it's like, why do that when I can do a 15-minute video, 12-minute video, and then on to the next? And again, it's a business, so I definitely understand it. Hopefully one day I'll get to that point, but I'm gonna always be for the people. I'm gonna start doing some shorter videos, and every once in a while I do shorter videos. But for the most part, I'm bringing that heat and I'm bringing that action, and it's Mr. 30 minutes or better. Okay, Relly Bun says, I want to know what happens to child predators, basically is what he's saying, in prison. Well, Funny Mike making 200,000 off one video. Yeah, he probably is. And ain't no telling how many subscribers and views that he gets. So it's definitely money. If y'all have any sort of talents, any sort of things that you like to talk about, any sort of hobbies, passions, I encourage you to start your YouTube channel. It don't cost you nothing. It's the only business I know that you can start and don't cost you a dime. You got a phone, you got internet, you start it. Period. And as you go, you evolve. You learn how to, I use CapCut. That's when, I barely even edit, but I know how to edit. I just be on some lazy shit. But I use CapCut, and you can edit. Probably cost you like $10 a month for the, the software or whatever, for like the upper echelon software. You can get the basics or whatever. But if you really want to really get into your editing, it costs you $10 a month, and that's it. You can literally start a YouTube channel. But yeah, really Buns wants to know what happens to child preds rather, in prison. We have to understand that I'm in a different state, so like different states have different prison politics, if you will. So in Kentucky, what they do is when you join the SO program, the SEX offender program, because that's what they're gonna make you do. Or if you don't do it, you're not gonna get out of prison. Y'all double tap that screen, man. I need a lot more likes. I need 1,000 likes tonight, and I'm nowhere near that. But we can get there. We can get there together. So what they're gonna do in Kentucky, when you're in the county jail, most likely you're gonna be kept in PC. They're gonna keep you away from everybody because they know that if they put you in general population, you're gonna get mocked. That's just the way that it is. Now, let's not get it misconstrued, because it depends on who you are. I've seen some dudes that have been in there for that sort of charge. Now, they always maintain their innocence. They didn't know that the girl was, wasn't of age. She lied about her age or whatever. But these are the charges that they were charged with, and most of the time convicted of. They was in GP. They didn't have no problems. Went to prison and didn't have no problems. Because it was just like, okay, I didn't know. The little girl told me that she was 19, but really she was 17. Really she was 16. And so, when he gets convicted and goes to prison, they're not trying to take any SO classes. They're not trying to conform to any of the things that the Department of Corrections recommends them to do. So they on the yard. So it really just depends on who you are. If you're a gorilla, if you're a dude that got respect and people know who you are and you got hands and you, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You're just a regular individual in the yard. Again, this is in Kentucky. I understand California, New York, and Florida, and Chicago, and all those places, Illinois, the prison system is different. But in Kentucky, now if you just how can I put this? If you're an individual that's not really, known in the streets or blessed with your hands or whatever, man, they're gonna give you hell. They're gonna give you hell. But see, they keep you separate. When you're in the SO program, the SEX offender program, they're gonna keep you separate. So, like, for instance, I was on the yard, and you will see them, but they keep them in a whole separate building, and they kind of stay to themselves. They can be out on the yard with you all, but it's like they're in one group. And if you do anything to them, it's a what do you call it? It's a hate crime. So if you want to take that risk and do something to one of those dudes, then they're gonna hit you with a hate crime. But some dudes is down there, they had life sentences. But what's so ironic about that is most of the violence that I've seen in prison, you would think that it comes from the individuals that have life, or 50, 60 years. It be the dudes that got like 7, 8 years, 5 years, 6 years. Because the dudes that have all the time, they've calmed down, and they're just like, okay, they got their TV, they in bit mode. They know they're not going home, or they got 30 years before they go home. They're not trying to go to the hole and lose everything. So they be in bit mode. It be the young dudes. It really be the young dudes that's out of control. The YNs, they be out of control and just going ham on the yard. So it really, really just depends on where you at. But you know, they get cussed out, or they get, insults thrown their way or whatever. But you rarely see somebody. Now, when I was at the Rotary farm, and I've told this story a couple times. When I was at the Rotary farm, it was a dude that was there. Now, the Rotary farm, for y'all that don't know, if you've never been to Kentucky, is just where you go to get processed. So, like when you're in the county jail, and then you get sentenced. But once they sentence you, then they're going to send you to the Rotary farm. The Rotary farm, a.k.a. LaGrange, a.k.a. the fish tank. You go there, they're going to do your mental evaluation, physical evaluations. They're going to classify you, assign you a caseworker. And then they're going to determine by your crime and your history and when you're eligible for release or parole, where you're going to go and serve your time. I was at the Rotary farm. This was my first time there. This is crazy. My first time ever being locked up. I had never done more than 30 days in the county jail, man. They got me up through there fast, man. I had caught a case, and I was on probation. I caught another case. I wasn't doing anything I was supposed to do. I'm not going to see the PO. Well, I'm going to see the PO, but half the time I'm missing. Half the time I'm not paying my fees. I ain't never been one to get high or whatever, so I never failed any drug tests or whatever. No knock on anybody that does that. It's just never really been my thing. But nevertheless, I'm all about the love. That's why I got these love sunglasses. Y'all like my shades, man? I stole them from my boo. I'm sure that if she happens to jump on here, she will make mentions of that. Allegedly, I stole them. But nevertheless, I'm at the Rotary farm, man, and it's 100 people in a dorm per cell. The Rotary farm is crazy. So like when they first pull you, like when they first take you in, it's one big circle. So you got the guards tower in the middle, and then you got like A dorm, B dorm, C dorm. They call them bays. And it's like 8 of them, and they're all like in a circle. It's 100 people in each one. And they say, KENZ, you going in H. So you go in H, man, and when you first walk in, dude's mugging, looking at you. Then you hear somebody in the back, that's him, that's the dude right there. That's the dude we seen on the news. They trying to see where you at. So you go in there and you look for your bed or whatever. But nevertheless, I'm at the Rotary farm, and I had been there for about a week. I'm getting accustomed to everything because you lock down 23 hours a day. You get an hour out a day for rec. The rest of the time you locked in that cell all day long, but it's 100 people in there. You know, they bring the games in at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They checkers, chess. I play chess all the time. Scrabble. You're not supposed to have cards, but dudes would always get cards, sneak cards in, and be playing poker or whatever. So, you know, I'm back there doing shit I ain't supposed to be doing, playing poker, all type shit. So, I ain't got comfortable. Matter of fact, it may have been a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. I done got comfortable in the dorm. And next thing you know, they had sent me to court. I had a court date. I knew my court date was coming up for this pending case that I had. But they made me pack all my stuff up. They bring you like a big black trash bag. And when you first go to the Rotary farm, I don't care what you have when you're in the county jail. You're not taking it in a Rotary farm. Only thing you can bring is a couple bowls, a couple cups, some pictures, stamps, envelopes. That's it. I don't care if you got deodorant, soap, whatever, and it hadn't been open, all type of food. Either you're going to send it home. Who wants to send it home? Pay all that postage. Or donate it. Or supposedly throw it away. The COs take a lot of that stuff. But nevertheless, you don't have anything when you first come in. So I had just accumulated, you know, some food and stuff like that. And they come with this big black trash bag at about 3:30 in the morning and pack you up for court. Damn, I know I got court. Why I got to pack my stuff up? I'll be back. It's just our standard, you know, procedures, policies, or whatever. So they packed me up for court. I'm in the little black box, man. If you're not familiar with what the black box is, Google prisoner black box. And what's so crazy about this black box? It's the most uncomfortable box ever. And it was invented supposedly by an inmate. You stay in this black box all like literally like this all day long. You can't move. So if you gone for 20 hours, guess what? You're gonna have this black box on you for 20 hours. I don't give you gotta use the bathroom. The black box is not coming off you. It's just a way to get them to, that's just a way for them to get you to plead guilty, because you don't want to keep going through this every single time that you have court. But nevertheless, I go through that. I get back. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up, like I said, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. When they bring me back to the dorm, they put me in a totally different cell. And I'm like, nah, I go to H. They was like, nah, your bed is, we already gave your bed away. See, prison is a business, it's revolving doors. So when you leave and one bed empties, guess what? They're bringing somebody else in like ASAP. Immediately. Not immediately, immediately. So now my bed's gone. They done put me in a whole different dorm. Now I'm pissed. I can't do anything about it, but I'm pissed. I don't know nobody in this dorm like that. I know a couple people, but I done got accustomed to the dorm I was in. So there was a dude. There was an old dude, man. He was probably, I'm a young dude at the time. I'm a YN my damn self, but I ain't never really been wild and off the hook like that. But he was probably, he was in his 40s at the time. Here it is, I'm in my 40s now. So I'm like, he's an old dude. So I guess I'm old now. Nevertheless, he was in his 40s and he walked with a cane. He walked with a limp. He had a cane. I don't know, it may have been game. I don't know. So, man, y'all better double tap that screen, man. Double tap the screen or y'all gonna walk with a cane, respectfully, man. Gotta get these likes up, man. It's the only way my videos is gonna get out. Y'all gotta get the likes up. But nevertheless, I appreciate that, whoever just double tap the screen. So, the dude walked with a lamp or whatever. He wore glasses, didn't bother nobody, and he slept like at the very back of the dorm, right there by the bathroom, because the bathroom's like at the back of the dorm. Man, they done took some icy hot and rubbed it on his feet while he was asleep, right? Because like he was kind of tall, so when he was asleep, his feet would kind of hang over the edge of the bed or be close to the edge of the bed. They took some icy hot and rubbed it on his feet. Well, in prison, it's not like you have matches. It's not like, well, initially you could smoke. Back then you could smoke. I forget about that. This was in 2001, I want to say. So you could smoke back then. They sold cigarettes. I mean, y'all, I appreciate that. Y'all continue to double tap that screen. Get these likes up. I only need 10,000 more likes. And then we out of here. So, they put the icy hot on his feet. And they set his feet on fire. Flames, just his whole pants and everything caught on fire. And you just seen the dude, man, just screaming and hollering once they brought him out of the dorm. Because I'm in the next dorm over at this point. And come to find out, dude was the P word. Messing with little kids. In prison, man, that just don't bode well. If you done something to an elderly person, if you done something to a kid, if you, and now I can't even imagine, because there's no getting around it. See, back then, the technology, obviously in 2001, was nowhere near the way that it is now. So if you go to prison now for that sort of charge, man, you might as well go to PC. And it's crazy because I got a partner right now. He was a preacher and everything in prison, man. And we became cool. And we stayed in touch. And I look up and he's in the county jail now for a very, very similar charge. Now, I don't know the intricacies of his case. He may not be guilty. But I'm just like, wow, man, like, messing with little girls. But that don't mean that you did it just because you're arrested for it. Just because you're charged. Just sometimes even if you've gotten convicted of something, that don't necessarily mean that you did it. You know what I mean? Oh, got a weirdo in the house. I ain't even been. Let's get him out of here. And let's get this dude out of here. I got a moderator, but she be mad at me. She be mad at me because I don't never hit up until I'm going live, because I don't never know. You know what I mean? Ronnie Jones, yeah, it's always some weirdos that's just trolling. He's a troll. Don't pay him no mind, y'all. Colorado. Appreciate you. Hold on. Is that Big Duke? Big Duke 99. I appreciate you, bro. I definitely do. But y'all hit me up with the questions, man. You know what I mean? Rodney Jones, give us some game on how to start a YouTube channel and how to start making money, or how many views you got to get. To just make a stack. Okay. I got my love sunglasses on, so it's kind of hard to see the screen. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, right, it got to be something that you're passionate about. It got to be something that you really like to talk about. Don't do it just for the money, because it's going to be very difficult. It's like anything else. Do it because you have something that you can speak on a regular basis. When you want to start your channel, everybody pretty much has a profile. Everybody already has a profile, right? And so by you having a profile, all you got to do is go into the YouTube studio, name your channel, write your description as far as what you want the people to know, and you just start uploading videos. This is just my advice. I don't tell people. I usually tell people that in the very beginning, don't worry about editing and all of that stuff. I'm not saying that you shouldn't edit. I'm just simply saying editing takes a long time. And in the very beginning, I would just recommend just pumping out content. Even if you're not getting a lot of views in the very beginning, you're honing your skills, being used to speaking in front of a camera, being used to, talking to the people or whatever. And you continuously do that, and so you build. So you get to the point to where you got 1,000 subscribers. That's where the money comes in. You asked about the money. This is where the money comes in. Y'all double tap that screen for me. So once you get to the point to where you got 1,000 subscribers, right? And you have to have 4,000 watched hours, meaning that people have to have watched your channel, if you will, for 4,000 hours. Not minutes, 4,000 hours. Seems like a tall task. It's very easy to get overwhelmed in the beginning, but again, you're doing it because it's out of the love. You're not doing it for the money. And you just keep going. Once you get to the point to where you've reached those goals, milestones, criterias, then you're going to start making bread. You're going to start making money. There's a lot of people that make money. There's a lot of people that make money on YouTube. But you just got to start small and just build your way up. I would encourage anybody and everybody to do YouTube, even if it's just obviously you're going to do it on the side initially. But, I mean, you got some people I ain't really got to I make money, but I haven't gotten to, like, the real money. I ain't got to the 5 figures, 10,000 or better or whatever. But you got some people that have, like, real followings, real fan bases, to where, and people want to see you do well. They you know what I mean? Like, when they see you, they like, oh man, this is real KENZ, or this is such and such. And they send you money, they send donations, and you put all of that back into your channel. And see, what I do is this. I got people that hit me up now. This don't mean y'all hit me up like this and shit, but I got people that hit me up, and it's becoming kind of regular at this point. KENZ, man, I ain't ate in 2 or 3 days, man. And KENZ, man, can you send me this? And I don't send it all the time, but I send it sometime, because y'all look out for me. Y'all look out for me, so I got to return the favor, just like Miss Mesmerize. What's up, boo? I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? I appreciate the super chat, the super thanks. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I definitely do. It's a blessing, man, for you to do so. Situations like that, like people just want to see you do well, so they'll just send you a super thanks or a super chat or whatever. And yeah, you definitely can make some money. How long did it take you to get to 1,000 subscribers? It took me okay, It took me 8 months to get fully monetized. Now, as far as the 1,000 subscribers, it didn't take me that long to get to the 1,000 subscribers, but it took me a while to get to the 4,000 watched hours. And let me tell you why. Because I didn't really do my full due diligence, my full investigation as far as YouTube. I just jumped in. I was doing a whole lot of the short videos of 60 seconds or less. And when I was doing the shorts, like, people would watch my shorts and they would like them. And so I was getting a whole lot of subscribers, but it was like, man, I'm getting subscribers, but it took me 2.5, 3 months to realize that the shorts don't count towards your watched hours. You see what I'm saying? They don't count towards your 4,000 watched hours that you need. So I wasn't even doing the longer content. Y'all double tap that screen for me. 0.25 seconds. I wasn't even doing focusing on the longer content. So I'm like, damn, man, I've been doing this for 3 months. So I looked up and I had a couple thousand subscribers just off shorts. I would do maybe 3 or 4 shorts every day, 5 shorts. Just every few hours, just upload a short. So then once I found that out, I was like, man, I felt as though I was let down. I was disheartened. I was like, man, but I said, I can't complain about it. I can't cry about it. So I started just pumping out the longer videos. It's easy to do shorts, but it was like, man, it's long content. I don't necessarily always have something to talk about. And so I started doing it, and then probably about 5 months later, I ended up fully monetized. I got fully monetized. Now, once you get fully monetized, it's still a process before you get a check, because YouTube is not going to send you a check unless you make over the $100 threshold. So let's just say I got monetized, I want to say in October. Well, in November, I think I made like 60 bucks. Well, I didn't meet the criteria because I had to make over 100 to get a check. So I didn't get a check. The next month in November, I made like just under, I think $38 is what I made. So I was at $98 on YouTube. I still didn't get a check. But that following month, I think in January, December, whatever, I made like $60. So they combined the three, and I got a check for like $158. I want to say it was $156, $158. That was my first YouTube check. And ever since then, I never looked back. Like I've never looked back. So you build it. You build it, man. All of these people that you see on YouTube, as far as you want to get monetized in 30 days and you want to, man, them people are just, I'm not saying that it won't work, because I don't want to come across as a hater or anything, but you just got to grind, man. You got to grind and put your content out. If you grind, put your content out, people gonna check for you. And, you know, all the whole watch my video and pay this for my class and all of that, don't get caught up in that, man. That's just my opinion. I ain't paying for nothing. I'm gonna just grind. But I'm gonna tell you who helped me out. They outline hitting you up, dog. Hold on. They out of line hitting you up, dog. Just my opinion. Standing on the corner with a sign. Yeah, I mean, my dog James. What's good? James McIlvain's in the building. What up, James? Oklahoma. You in Oklahoma, right? Oh, Nebraska, my bad. Nebraska. Yeah, I mean, they do hit me up, man. I do get hit up. I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. They talk to me, you know, it'll kind of be like, okay, I got some business to discuss, and then next thing you know, I get a text, hey, bro, I ain't ate in 3 days, man. Can you send me $25, $30, $50? And I've sent it a few times. But guess what? I ain't tripping, because I put my Cash App up, $KENZ 1000, $KENZ 1000. So, you know, I ain't really tripping. I just kind of spread the wealth, man. You know, well, there's no wealth, but just figuratively speaking, I help people out. But you know, I can only do so much. And but yeah, yeah, people definitely hit me up, and it's all good. It's all good. Marvin S. Scott, what's good, Marvin? Y'all get them likes up. Marvin said, get them likes up, or it's gonna be immediate violence. Well, Miss Mesmerized, did you leave? Are you gone? Right. He ain't ate in 3 days. You getting high, fam. This definitely ain't cool. I understand. But see, I'm one of those types that, like, when I do from the heart. So if I give somebody some money on the street, on the corner, whatever you do with the money, it's on you. See what I'm saying? Because I know that my blessings are going to come back. So I just give. I don't care what you go do with the money. If you want to go and drink and get high or whatever, that's on you. If you don't want to eat, if you don't want to do the bare necessities in life, that's on you. So, you know, obviously I can't help every single person, but, you know, I just try to pay it forward because people definitely look out for me. You know, I can't even front, and I wouldn't be anything without you all. You know, you all look out. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people hit me up, and this is not just me saying this. A lot of people hit me up, right? And they like, KENZ, man, we don't understand why your channel's not like bigger. We don't understand why your numbers are not. My thing is this: my numbers grow every day. Maybe not at the rate that I want them to grow, but I'm getting subscribers every single day. Do I feel as though my numbers should be more than what they are? I mean, I don't know. Who am I to really say? I'm just appreciative for the numbers that I do have. I'm appreciative for you all. I'm appreciative for everybody that rocks with me, because I remember when I got my first 100 subscribers, and I was so happy. I was like, man, I got 100 people. And then I got to 200. So my next goal was 250. Then once I got to 250, it was 500. Then once I got to 500, I'm like, damn. And so I understand to come directly from the bottom. Pause. Double, triple pause. Now when I say from the bottom, meaning that I didn't have anybody to really endorse my channel. Hey, y'all go check out Real KENZ TV, man. It's my man's over here. I started it was just I just did it. You know what I mean? I just did it, not knowing anything. I just did it. And so when people are like, man, your numbers should, I appreciate that. But I feel as though I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And, you know, they say that blessings come in abundance. So when it's my time to really, you know, when it hits the fan and this channel really blows up, then it'll be my time. But I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the people. Talking to different people, communicating with different people. So you all not understanding that you all help my, you all help my day just as well. So when I look and I see the comments, I don't really get trolled that much. This was so crazy. On the lives, they jump on here and troll me. But like, as far as like my comments in the comment section, I don't really get trolled that much. Most of my comments are positive. You know, every once in a while somebody will say something. Come on, KENZ, there you go with that singing. Like today, there you go with that singing. If y'all ain't checked my video that I uploaded earlier today, y'all go check it out. Y'all go check my video out that I uploaded earlier. Come on, KENZ, there you go with the singing. But see, music is something that really soothes my soul. Music is one of those things that really makes my day a lot better. When I'm having down days, I don't really have down days, but when I'm having down moments, music really helps me. So if you see me singing, I'm never trying to hit a note, because I'm not a singer. I'm not trying to sing because I can't sing. But that don't mean that I'm not allowed to sing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I love music. And y'all definitely help me out, man. I get a whole lot of positive encouragement. My dog James McElvain, he's on the live. Y'all say what up to James, man. He hits me up damn near every day. And I feel bad because I don't always get back with him. Sometimes I'm at work. But he hits me up every day and he's like, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? You good, man? You know, just checking in with you, man. Remain positive. You're going to get there. You're going to, you know, and stuff like that. Like all the positive comments that I get from people, you know, There go Curtis. You the number one troll, Curtis. The only reason I ain't blocked your ass because you been with me from damn near day one. Curtis is in the building, y'all. Y'all say what up to Curtis. But you know, it's you all help me just as well. You just don't even know. See, when you've been in a situation in which you've been in prison, I'm gonna get deep with y'all. Well, I'm not gonna really get deep, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you've been in prison, right? Many times I've been in, and there's no bragging about that. It's not cute. It's not anything that's you want to go around boasting about. It was just one of those things, because sometimes people be like, damn, KENZ, you didn't learn after the first time. You don't always learn after the first time. Prison doesn't help you. Like when you go to prison, like prison is a business. Prison is it's free labor. You got inmates that you paying $27, $28 a month to do a job that you would have to pay somebody $19, $20 an hour for. When you take those classes in prison, you're in the class, but they weaponize the classes. So if you catch a write-up or anything like that, well, don't catch a write-up, kids. Well, it's very, very simple to catch a write-up in prison, because if you have a CO that just don't like you, guess what? You're gonna get written up. And so, let me adjust my camera, you all. And so, prison is just one of those things where people think that you're just supposed to learn after your first time there. Now, ideally, yeah, you learn your first time. And I'm not making excuses. I didn't even have to go to prison, man. I was raised. I just came across a lot of money at a young age, 22 years old, and I got addicted to the lifestyle. I got used to having that sort of money, and once I blew the money, it was gone. I couldn't really see going back to work a job for $13, $14 an hour, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm just giving you all my mindset, my mentality at the time, which was ignorant. So I got out, got all these plans. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You got everything written down in your little tablet or whatever, your notebook. But it's only one problem. You're not really prepared for once things don't go right. Not if things don't go right, once things don't go right. You lose your job, or this happens, that happens, then what? And so you become impatient. The next thing you know, I'm gonna just jump back in it 1 or 2 times, flip my money, see if I can. And you do it 1 or 2 times, and it turns into 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times. Then you look up and you just all the way back in it. Then boom, you get hit with another case. It's your second time down. Every time you go to prison, you fucking lose everything. I've had everything that one could possibly imagine, within reason. I ain't never been rich. I've been hood rich. I've been, street rich. 22 years old, sitting on 80 bands, 80,000. That was my money under my mattress. There was one time I lost like 6,600, 6,800. Didn't even remember that I had it. Came in drunk one night, being in the club, finger popping. And I would keep some money like I had a coat jacket. You know how on the inside of your blazer, your coat jacket or whatever is a pocket. So I reached inside, put my money, it was like 6,800, something like that. Never thought anything about it. Some months passed. I was low on bread. There was a time in my life I got anywhere, under $20,000, I felt like I was broke or going broke. Totally forgot about this money. Totally forgot about that night. We've all had those nights to where we've been drunk. And somebody say something in the comment section from James. Say something in the comment section for me if you don't mind. I just want to make sure that the internet is still, because sometimes my internet goes crazy during my lives. I want to make sure that y'all that I'm still seeing your chat. Gotcha. Okay. Texas, Alabama, boy 205, what it do? I appreciate you. So like I said, a couple months later, I don't think it's frozen because I'm seeing that you saying that it's frozen. 2 or 3 months later, I'm in my closet and I'm looking for a hat. I had so many I had so many clothes, and I had one of those, like, I had a walk-in closet. So I got so many clothes. I got shoes and the boxes on the shelves, and my closet looked like, what's the show they used to call MTV Cribs, one of the celebrities' closets. You know, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but, you know, y'all rock with me. And so I'm like, damn, some of my hats had fell behind my clothes. So I pushed the clothes to the side, and I go down to you know, retrieve the hats that fell on the ground, and I see all of this cash, all these $100 bills. And I'm like, damn. I'm grabbing the money, and I'm like, where did this money come from? Like, it's all hundreds. My mind starts to think back, reflect back. I'm like, whoa. That night when I came in, when I was drunk, basically what had happened was, when I thought I was putting the money in my pocket on the inside of my jacket, I put it down in my sleeve of the jacket, so it went straight to the ground, man. My shit went straight to the ground, man. Damn near $7,000 that I didn't even know that was in there. I just used to lose money all the time around the house. Man, I took that 6,800, jumped back in the game. Then I was all the way back. I'm all the way back in it. I done flipped that shit. I'm all the way back in the game. Man, 3 months later, man, I'm in the back of the cruiser. So I'm saying, man, like, sometimes having money is not, if you disrespect your blessings, then don't expect good things to happen. Just like if y'all don't continue to double tap that screen, good things are not gonna happen. Mr. 30 Minutes or Better, Real KENZ, what's good? What's happening? What's going on with you at Relic 414? What's happening with you? Terry Brown's and my dog Terry Brown, TB, we all we got. TB was the number 6 subscriber. Number 6, man, that I ever had. And he been rocking with me ever since. He loves the fish, man. Y'all say what up to TB. I definitely appreciate TB. Y'all ask me some more questions, man. It's a Q&A session, man. Anything y'all want to ask me. And, you know what I mean? We're going to make it do what it do. But yeah, I had money at a young age, man. And it's, even though I'm in my 40s now, it's like, I still reflect back. I still think about, I still see, my eyes still work, basically what I'm saying. So I see people, and they have this and they have that, and you can't help but think like, man, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be, you know, past that, been, you know, surpassed that. But you can't live in the past, and you can't, you know, you can think about the past, but you can't consistently just think about, okay, well, what should have been? I should have had this. I should have had that. Yeah, I should have. But that don't mean that I still can't get it. See, I have a plan now. And that's one thing that I tell people that's closest to me. And I don't really have that many people that's close to me like that. I have a plan now. You know? And I never had a plan before. It was just like, you know, figure it out as I go. I definitely have a plan. There's some things that I want to do. I never get tempted to jump back into anything illegal. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I think about what I could go make, but I'm never tempted to go back and do that because, you know, I've lost a lot of people, you know, been incarcerated 10 years. Like, I've lost a lot of people, you know, my father, multiple grandparents, multiple partners is like this, relatives, just, and people are going away from here every single day. I've seen times in prison, man, to where, man, you know, I get a little I get a little emotional, if you will, when I think about I've seen people lose their mother in prison, man. Losing your dad is never good. I'm not, but your mother is your mother. It's your foundation. It's your rock. That's your. Imagine being in a cage, being in a cell, and the people come and tell you that your mother's passed away. I can't even fathom anything like that, but the reality is when you're in prison, and if you do enough prison time, that is gonna happen. I seen a dude damn near lose his whole family on visit. They was coming from out of state. His mother, his father, a couple of his kids, I think his brother, his aunt. They had a big old van and they was coming to see him. I believe I told this last time, but I'm gonna tell it again for you all that didn't catch me live last time. And he was wondering where his visit was at, and he knew his people was coming. He had the type of people like, they tell you it's gonna rain, man, don't ask when, just go get your raincoat. He knew they was coming. Kept waiting and waiting. Visitation's over with at 2:45. They supposed to been there. He didn't hear anything. He's getting on the phone calling. And in penitentiary, they got phones on the outside. Like, they got phones in the dorms, but they got phones on the yard, too. He's calling his people. He's trying to see what's up. Somebody say something in the comment section for me. Make sure that I'm not frozen. He's calling his people, and he's not getting an answer, and he don't know what's going on. It's not like his family not to show up. Y'all say something in the comment section for me one time. Okay, I got you. TB said something. Yeah. Lost my dad while free. And that was hard enough. Absolutely. So he's waiting and he doesn't hear anything. He's calling his other people. He's calling and nobody's answering the phone. He's not hearing anything. No, Curtis, don't say nothing. You said enough. Shout out to Curtis, y'all. My #1 troll. But it's on some friendly type shit, though. Curtis is cool. So later on that night, he gets called down to security. People had gotten in a wreck on the highway, man. 7 family members. I think only 2 of them survived. Coming to see him in prison. Imagine being in prison, being somewhere, anywhere, but out of all places, prison. And damn near your whole family gets wiped out on the highway, coming to see you. See, these are the things that a lot of people, including myself, I didn't think about these things. See, when you're in prison, unless you got a lot of money out on the streets or, you were well off, you came in with a lot of money, it's I need. It's so easy to run your girl off when you're in prison. Now, if she's true, she's gonna stay with you. You're not gonna be able to run off. But it's very, baby, I need a money order. Well, now they don't do money orders, but I need money. Because now you can just do JPay, you put your little card in there or whatever, and then the money's on your account instantly. I need this, I need that, I need some new shoes. I need you to come visit me. I need you to bring some quarters when you do come and visit me, because the quarters is for the vending machines. I need you to call here. I need you to call there. I need you to 3-way. It's I need. And this is the same woman that you're putting all your trust and faith in, and depending on her to do these things. But this is the same woman that would call you for nights in and nights out, and you wouldn't answer your phone, or you send her straight to voicemail, or you wouldn't come home for 2 or 3 nights in a row, and she keep catching you up with different females after females. But now you love her. Now you ready to marry her. Now you ready to do all of the things that she wanted to do all along. But you down and out, and you in prison. and you need her, and she still forgives you, she still takes you back, only for the dude to come home and do the exact same thing and run to the female that ain't never gave him nothing when he was locked up, man. My daughter once asked me, Dad, if my boyfriend went to prison, what would you recommend? Should I leave or should I stay? I told her, well, it depends on what did he go to prison for. Did he go to prison for defending you all? Did something happen to where he had to make sure that you all was good? What did he go to prison for? Well, if he was hustling in the streets, okay, if he was hustling in the streets, were you beneficiary of the hustle? Were you encouraging his behavior, or were you trying to get him to steer in a different direction, to go in a different direction? Were you accepting the money that he was getting? Or were you like, nah, I don't want no dirty money? See, it's a whole lot of intricacies to that question. If a woman is with a man and she knows what that man is doing, and she's telling him, I don't want none of your money, if you get caught, you're on your own, and if you get caught and she leaves you, then that's just what it is. She's been telling you all along. But if a woman is encouraging that behavior, and then you get caught up, and she leaves you, well, guess what? Why would you get out and go back to her? There's millions of women out here everywhere. Just like for women, there's millions of dudes. Like, there's women everywhere. I know it hurts. I know it stings a little bit. Let me explain something to y'all. Every time I went to prison, the woman that I was with left me for dead. They, in their eyes, they won't say it. Oh, I didn't leave you because you was in prison. That didn't have nothing to do with it. So just miraculously, you just left, and I just happened to be in the prison. But that's cool, though. That's cool. Because nobody is obligated to stay with you when you're in prison. Now, again, if she's with the shits, if she's with the, then she should be with you. She should be by your side. But if she don't really like what you're doing in the first place, and you can't expect a woman to put her life on hold, especially if you got to really go do a stretch. 2 or 3 years is a stretch for real, but you got to go do 10, 11, 8 years, something like that. It's difficult for somebody to ride with you that long, and then you get out and go and do the same exact things. You welcome, Scott Gates. I appreciate you chiming in, bro. I definitely do. Thank you. It's difficult to stay with a man when he's in prison. I know I was difficult. You hear people on the phone cussing their girls out and slamming the phones, and because that's your lifeline on the streets. Everything that you're needing, everything that you're wanting, you're having to go through this individual. The same individual that you wouldn't even answer her calls when she was calling you all night long. All night long. You sending her the voicemail. Do not disturb or whatever. I ain't never did none of that. But, well, I'm not gonna lie. I've done the voicemail, but I never done the do not disturb. So that's why now I'm just at a different stage and a different point in my life. I've definitely made mistakes in my life. Definitely not holier than thou. Definitely could have done better. But I make sure that I do better now. You see, I've heard this for a long time, but I never really adhered to it. I never really, if you're gonna be in a relationship, if either you want to be in a relationship or you don't. If you want to do single things, then go be single. Don't be in a relationship doing single things. And that's what I do at this point. I don't cheat. That's not cute. When you're in your 40s, you know, your next stage is 50. You're blessed enough to see that that age. So I don't do any of those things, and you never know You never know when, not necessarily if, but you never know when you're gonna need a person, man. Not to say that you treat them, you treat them a certain type of way just because you feel as though you would need them, but I really believe in, at this point in my life, and it took a long time, I treat people the way that I would want to be treated. If I know that you wouldn't like it, guess what? I don't do it. These are all the things that you go through in prison, all of the trials and tribulations and the military mind games that are, I guess, forced upon you when you're in prison, because it's not a game, man. People leave you, people pass away, and life passes you by. So if you want to continuously do these things, guess what? If you're lucky, young fools turn into old fools. And you got these dudes out here, man, that are really, really, exactly, TB, I'm 50, I do better because I know better. Salute. That's the way that I feel just as well. I do better because I know better. I knew better then, for real, to be honest, but now I really, really know. There's only so much time left in this crazy world. And so we've got to get it right while we have an opportunity to get it right. Can't keep messing up. Me and my good friend, we debate. He from New York, so he think he know everything. Anyway, shout out to everybody on the East Coast. Shout out to New York. But I'm just saying, man, he's a little overbearing at times. I'm sure that I have my ways just as well. But him and he's older than me. He's like 53, 54, 55. And he's always talking about, we don't have to be in a rush. We can do it next year. Give myself 2 years. I'm like, bro, you 53, 54, 55. I'm approaching, I'm in my 40s. Like, we can't say the same things that we were saying in our 20s. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. But as a youngster, you just naturally think that you're going to live long. I've been hearing you say these same things, these same goals in your mind that you have. I've been hearing you say these things for 20 years and you haven't even taken a step in the right direction. For instance, I'm telling him about, everybody's asking me about, well, several people, I'm not going to say everybody, my merchandise, my shirts, my t-shirts, my hoodies or whatever. And they coming on a turtle, but they coming. And I'm talking to him about this, and he's like, man, don't be in no rush, bruh. We can do it next year. Next year for what? We do it this year. Why do we got to wait until next year? We don't even know if we going to see tomorrow, next week, next month. You talking about next year? You'll find yourself saying next year, next year, next year, your entire life. 20, 30 years ago past, and you still talking about next year. Y'all rock with me. So we end up having like a little confrontation. We brotherly love. We fall out all the time, but nothing to where we gonna fight and like it's just, we have disagreements. I look at things, if you have an opportunity to do something now, go for it. Go for it. And that's what I'm gonna do with this merchandise. People have been asking me all the time, man, really, I should have been done it. I was really on it, and somebody beat me. I got with somebody. I got a little discouraged. I got with somebody, and I sent them the money or the deposit or whatever, and they never sent me the drawings and things back. So I was just like, man, unless I can find somebody here local, and I just didn't really jump back on it or whatever, pause. But I'm gonna get back to it. Robert Baltimore, Kentucky Films. I have a printing business too, so the shirts, I got you, bro. Exactly. I need that. See, the shirts, okay, so I want to say some of my sayings or whatever, like once again it's on, or Mr. 511, or Mr. 30 Minutes or Better, or whatever. But I'm actually looking for a logo just as well, but the logo is of me. And I had to, man, this person that sent me the logo, everything was was just right. But they beat me out of the money, so I never messed with it. So you right here in town, we can make some things happen, man. We definitely have, because people have been asking me, KENZ, when you coming with the merchandise? When you coming with the shirts? I definitely want to do that this fall. It's about to be fall. I want to have some merchandise out really, really soon. Really soon. So yeah. Definitely, I don't know if you got a pen or handy, or if you took my information down. 859-697-7676. 859-697-7676. Hit me up on the text, call, whatever. Let me know. You know what I mean? And we can definitely make some things happen, man, because I'm ready to make it happen. Can't go through life thinking that we have all the time in the world, because we just don't know. We don't know how much time that we have left, man. That's why I'm always trying to be happy. I'm not always happy. And it goes back to what I say, like, you all inspire me. A lot of days I'm happy. Then I have my moments. I snap out of it. I get to reading comments, or I just get to thinking about, man, I remember there were times to where I couldn't get up and just walk to the refrigerator. Couldn't just jump up and get in my car and drive wherever I want to, or go to the store and pull out $10 out of my pocket and spend. I remember times to where, like Jeezy said, I remember nights. I could remember nights. Like, I remember nights to where I was just feeling like the weight of the world was on my shoulders, man. Penitentiary, not just in the penitentiary, in the hole, in the belly of the beast, man. Couldn't get on the phone because I ain't had no money on the phone to call nobody. Couldn't really eat anything. Dudes is eating and you smelling all this good food, and so it makes you bitter. It makes you mad at the world. Knowing that you put yourself in a predicament, you put yourself in a situation where you're in prison, but because you blew through all the money that you had, you're mad at everybody else for not sending their hard-earned money into you. I had to do that to you. I think about these things and I'm like, I don't have anything to be upset about. Things may not necessarily be going in my favor. Things may not necessarily be going the way that I want them to go, but guess what? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, because I've seen worse, and I've gotten through worse, man. I definitely need a Mr. 511 shirt. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're gonna make it happen, man. Who's that? No Law 16, big homie KENZ finally caught alive, broski. What's good, man? How you do? How you living? What's up with you? Just on here, you know, kicking the Willy Bobo. You know what I'm saying? Doing a Q&A. Y'all ask me anything you want to ask me, man. You know, just thought I'd do a pop-up. And I need to go live more, because see, when you go live, you familiarize yourself with your audience. But in my case, a lot of my audience, they see my live like after I'm no longer live. But that's cool. That's cool, because I'm gonna start to go live. I want to start going live at least once a week. That's my goal. I want to start going live once a week. It's gonna be interesting to make it happen, because football season is here. And somebody asked me about the Steelers earlier. I know it's my dog TB's team. Somebody asked me about the Steelers. I don't know why I get this question every year. What about the Steelers? What about the Steelers? I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. I am a America's team. I hate Jerry Jones. Hate Stephen Jones. Can't stand none of them dudes. But nevertheless, I'm still a Dallas Cowboys. I got so mad last year. Let me tell you what I did. I got so mad at the Cowboys last year. All of my gear that I had, with the exception of maybe 2 hoodies, and that's because my daughter bought them for me for like Christmas or birthday or whatever. I threw my shit away. Threw my shit away. So now I gotta buy all new shit. And I ain't bought it yet because I'm reluctant. Y'all just let Michael Parsons just walk away like that where you traded him. I don't know. In my opinion, you should have kept him, but hey. I'm so sick of Jerry Jones that he just makes me not want to be a Cowboys fan. He won't get out of the way. You damn near 90. Cool, you still alive and ticking, but I understand you want to win another title before you go away from this earth. I get it. But you already have titles, man. Let somebody else step in and, you know. He won't. So as a result, you see what happens to them Cowboys every single year. Stephen A. Smith said it best. Whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. But I'm still rocking with them, man. They play tomorrow night. Philly. And we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. Terry Brown talking about the Steelers' grandpa quarterback. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. But I think Aaron Rodgers, I think the Steelers is really going to be solid this year. He still got something in the tank because, you know, that injury that he had, it takes a couple years to really, really get back. And I think that Aaron Rodgers, people are so quick to write off a player when he's of a little age, has a little age on him. I think Aaron Rodgers is, obviously he's not going to be the same Aaron Rodgers that he once was. But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and I think that the Steelers with their defense, they got some offensive weapons. They could protect him, which I'm sure they will. I think they're going to be right there in the hunt. I'm not saying they're Super Bowl contenders, but I can see the Steelers being 11-6, you know, 10-7, 11-6, about what they normally are. You know, maybe 12. Nah, I'm not going to say 12-5. They're in a tough division, and they in the AFC. But I can see them being right there, you know, in the playoff hunt or whatever. I'm not going to hate on the Steelers. You know, I like the Rooneys and you know, Mike Thompson. Like, I like the Steelers for real. But at heart, I'm a Cowboys fan, and it's just driving me crazy because I'm sick of it. No loss 16. That's how I feel about the Bears. You a Bears fan? No loss 16. Are you from Chicago? You know, I never been to Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, and it's only like 5 hours away. I don't even know if it's 5 hours. I want to go to Chicago. We were supposed to go this summer, catch a Cubs game or something, and it didn't happen. But next year, I'm definitely going to make my way to Chicago. There's a couple places that I've never been. I've been, but I was younger. I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to New Orleans. Definitely going to New Orleans next year. Definitely going to New Orleans next year. And no loss 16. Yes, born and raised. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eric Williams. You ever been to Philly jails upstate? No. No, I'm glad I haven't. I've heard about Philly jails. You know what I'm saying? But I never, I've only been in jail in Kentucky. I've never been to jail in any other states. But I heard Philly is definitely not a place that you want to get caught up at. Philly's one of the places I want to go to. That's on my bucket list. Philly's on my bucket list to visit. I like that whole East Coast vibe. Jackie Harvard. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? Graders, Fort Smithfield. Eric Williams. Graders, Fort Smithfield. Is that where you're from? I'm not really familiar, so I don't really know what that is. Drizzy Dre, I was in the feds in Ashland back in 2015. Okay. Shout out to you using the feds. I never been in the feds, but I do know that they have the feds in Ashland, Kentucky. I know some people that, I thought it was a halfway house or whatever, but they actually have a prison in Ashland. I think that I did hear that they got like a minimum security camp or something like that. But I'm not that familiar with the feds the way that I am with the state. That's good, Jackie Harvard. How you doing? My Wendy Williams voice. How you doing? Where you chiming in from? No law 16. You'll have a time in the shot. I believe it. My partner, man, he was a vice lord. He was a 5-star general, man. What's the projects? Cabrina Greens or whatever. I know I'm not saying it right, but he always tried to get me to go back and visit with him, man, and I never would go. He was like, man, I'm not even a vice lord no more. I mean, I'm a vice lord, but you know, I retired to the Nation of Islam or whatever. But I was just like, bro, I can't mess with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Jersey Dre, yeah, they're a low security camp next door with no fence. Yeah, I thought that it was a low security camp there in Ashland. I have heard about it. I don't really know too much about the feds. So yeah, that's what's up. Jackie Harvard, Los Angeles. Los Angeles is in the building. Los Angeles, look at the reach, man. I got people in Los Angeles chiming in. Never been to LA. I've been to some places, but there's a lot of places I haven't been. I've never been to LA, man. What's LA like, Jackie? I was booked when Wallow was there. Dallas, the Pink Palace. Wallow. I like them guys, man. Pause, though, double pause. I like Wallow and Gilly, man. I watched their show. I think they hilarious. I know we gonna see Gilly tomorrow doing his little dance. I go on and on, and he gonna go through that because, you know, Philly plays tomorrow. So if by chance they beat Dallas tomorrow, we gonna see Gilly doing his theme song and his his infamous dance. He trips me out, man. Do you know Wallow and Gilly, or have you ever ran across them? Terry Brown says, should have kept Justin Fields. I agree. We'll be steady average. Let's see. What was your favorite sport to play? I know you played all the big three. Well, let me tell you, man. My favorite sport initially. Okay, so I started off playing soccer, right? My mama signed me up for soccer when I was 5 years old. So, from 5 to 11, I played soccer. And I got to the point to where I was very, very good. I was trash at first because I never played. I ain't know anything about soccer. I was kicking the ball in the wrong direction, the wrong goal or whatever. But I got to the point to where I was good. Well, my 12-year-old year, I get the shocking news or whatever. The coach that would take me to practice all the time, he couldn't take me to practice any longer. So I ain't grew up. I ain't had no dad when I came up. I knew who my dad was. I'm the third. My dad was there, but see, when him and my mom divorced, I was, how old was I? 3? I think I was 3 when they divorced. And so he was mad that she left him, and he really didn't bother. So I would have some sort of contact with him, but it was just like, you know, he was bothered with me when he wanted to be bothered with me. So my mom, the bare responsibility, everything fell on my mom's shoulders. I come from a big family. My mom got like 9, 10 brothers, you know, siblings, brothers and sisters. So I was playing soccer, and the coach was taking me back and forth to practice or whatever, but he couldn't do it when I was 12, so I didn't get to play soccer anymore. Well, my grandmother, the house that we came up in, it was one of those houses that you see on TV. It's like 10, 11 people live in the house. So I'm over there every single weekend. Grown adults still in the house, aunts, uncles, whatever, mainly aunts, cousins. 10, 11 people live in the house. I said, Mom, since I can't play soccer, can I play baseball? 12 years old, never played baseball, t-ball, none of that stuff. She said, you can play baseball, never even had no cleats. I never had no cleats. I never had any cleats coming up until I was in high school, and those were some cleats somebody gave me. My sophomore year, I think, when I played baseball. Never had no cleats, had to play in tennis shoes. Play baseball as a natural. I was one of those type of athletes to where, in gym class, back when, PE, and y'all play soccer one day or 1 week, and then maybe softball the next week, basketball. I dominated. Even though I was smaller than everybody, I was faster, I was quicker, and I dominated, especially soccer, because I had been playing soccer. Dodgeball, wiffle ball, all of that stuff. I dominated. I was an athlete. I'm not saying I was all world, but I was an athlete. And so I was already used to baseball, catching. I was used to having a glove on and catching, just playing outside. See, I came up in the neighborhood to where you go outside and play. You play baseball outside, you play tackle football. About 15 of y'all playing tackle football, 16, 20 people. You didn't have that many people who play Dino Man. And so, naturally, I was good in baseball. Made All-Stars my first year ever playing baseball. Ever. So I was good in baseball. I never played football until my 10th grade year in high school. Never. No pee-wee, no nothing. But again, I'm used to playing football outside. I didn't really know the lingo. I didn't really know the verbiage because I never played before. But I was fast. I wasn't fast, but I was like fast on the field. Against the clock, I wasn't really that fast, but I was fast on the field. I was quick, and I was hard to tackle. I was little. But the real sport that I loved was basketball. Basketball. So yeah, I definitely, basketball was a sport that I loved. And just unfortunately it didn't work. I changed schools, man. I changed schools after my freshman year. Got cut on, nobody knew who I was. Came out of nowhere, like I practiced all summer long, I just developed. Because I didn't play in middle school, it was junior high for us. So my 9th grade year in high school, I tried out, and I made the team, man. And this is where the politics came in. About a week after I made the team, the coach came back, took everybody's uniforms. Now, he did this for, I guess, just to make it seem, like it was going to be fair. Took everybody's uniforms. I don't like everybody, the way that they perform it. He brings 2 people back that had already been cut. I never will forget the dude's name. It was a white dude named Mike Mulligan. Brings him back. His daddy was rich. When I say rich, like rich. Brings him back. Make a long story short, I ended up getting cut, man. After I had already made the team as a 9th grader, man. Ended up getting cut, man. And Mike Mulligan, that's when I first really realized the politics of sports. And they put Mike Mulligan, he couldn't hold he was nowhere near as good as me, man. I was little, but I was good. I was quick, and he gave Mike Mulligan my spot. And instead of staying at that school, like my grandfather told me to, I went to another school. And I got there, and my heart just wasn't in it. I didn't make the team. They already had their team that, from the previous year or whatever. My heart just wasn't in it. But I should have stayed at that school. So basketball, I want to say, was probably my first love. I was probably better in baseball and just football. I was just was what I played football because my other friends played, and I was just good. I was decent. I'm not getting on here saying I was All-American or whatever, but I played at Kentucky State my first year. I got a scholarship. I could play baseball too. So yeah, I love sports, man. Love it. Can you give a shout out to my sister, Anita Taylor? She's a big fan. Shout out to Anita Taylor. Anita, do you love me? Are you riding? Don't you ever leave, because I want you and I need you. Anita. Anita, I'm sorry, did I say Anita Taylor? Anita Naylor. Anita Naylor. Shout out. Y'all give a big shout out to Anita Naylor. Where y'all from? I appreciate y'all watching, chiming in. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate it. Taliban 596 or 556. First KENZ is live. Let's go. I appreciate it. I definitely, where you chiming in from, man? Some of these names is, and I'm glad because some of these names I never seen before. A lot of the names I'm familiar with, but some of these names I never seen before, so I'm definitely appreciative. Capri, proud of you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. East Texas is in the building. Taliban, man. Wow, there's a 556. East Texas is in the building. Don't get in trouble in Texas. Don't get in trouble in Texas. Terry Brown says, love basketball, but I'm only 5'11". Baseball was my favorite. Football paid for college, for my college education. Absolutely. 5'11" is the size to be, man. You 5'11", man. There's no limit to what you can do. There's no limit records, man, if you're 5'11". TB, man. That's my dog. I got to meet you one day, TB, for real. Don't mess with Texas. Yeah, I mean, that's what I hear. Now, I do hear, though, that Texas gets, like, if you do get in trouble, which I'm not encouraging anybody getting in trouble, but I'm just saying, if you go to Texas, you get in trouble, it's non-violent. For every day you do, they give you 3 days. Is there any truth to that? So, for every day that you do, you get credit for 3 days. I wish they had that shit here. Shit. Okay, true story. You know what? I'm reflecting back. We on here, we just vibing, y'all, right? We just vibing. I said true story. There was a dude in prison one time. And he was a quiet dude, man, like black dude. He was younger at the time. He was probably like 25, 26. Darker complected, had like a little baby fro. He wasn't quite 5'11". He's probably like 5'9", weighing in at about 190, 200 pounds. He lifted weights all the time. And so, every time you would ask him a question, true story, that would be his response. What's up, bro, man? I seen you getting big now. I see you in that weight, pal. True story. Nobody ever knew his real name, though. See, in prison, people wear their IDs like turned the opposite direction. So unless you just really, really looking or paying attention, you ain't gonna know a person's real name. People use nicknames in prison like on the streets. My dog, I seen you. Is that your kids? I seen you on visit with beautiful kids. Was that your kids or your true story? My dog, you gonna go to commissary, man? I'm about to go get in line. You want me to wait on you? You know what I'm saying? You going to commissary? True story. So it got to the point to where we just said, fuck it. We start calling him true story. So everything that he said, true story. And he said it in that exact same demeanor. My nigga, you made parole, man. I heard you made parole. Congratulations. You going home. You get to go home and be with your kids, man. Don't ever come back to this place. This ain't no place for you. You got a future for you. Stay home and be with your family and your kids. True story. Somebody say true story in the comment section so I know that you with me. True story. No joke, man. True story, man. I might make some t-shirts or some hoodies. True story. Mr. 5'11". Let's go. Absolutely. True story. You see some crazy things in prison, man. You hear some crazy Hey, y'all put it in the comment section too. Everybody else, man, y'all jump in the comment section. If you listening to this live right now, y'all jump in the comment section and say true story. KENZ, you gonna blow up, man. You gonna have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you really gonna do it, and the people's gonna know who you are, and you gonna have a household name. How do you feel about that, KENZ? True story. Oh man, that's crazy, man. The crazy things you see in the pen, man. True story TV said true story. Not done told his story, but so there's a dude, right? We all in the cube one day. We in the cube. Now the cube in the pen is just like, okay, it's a 4-man cube. You got 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side. You got a top bunk, bottom bunk, or whatever. You got a table with a chair, and everybody has a locker. If you're fortunate enough to have a TV in prison, then there's a TV stand. Excuse me. There's a TV stand at the end of your rack, at the end of your bed, and you can put your TV on. So, at John Sloan, you wasn't at the Dirt Bowl in Lexington about 2 weeks ago. True story. Nah, I wasn't at the Dirt Bowl, man. I was familiar with the Dirt Bowl. I used to play in the Dirt Bowl when I was younger, but nah, I wasn't there, man. True story, though. But, so we sitting in the cube, man. We chilling, right? And it's probably like, okay, so it's 4 people per cube, but there was an empty bed. True story. And one of our other partners was in there, so we all sitting around. So a dude walks in, and he got his net bag, everything. You know, when you walk into prison, you got your net bag. When you first come through R&D, that's where they give you your, that's where you get processed, and they go through all your property and make sure that everything that you have is legit. They give you your toilet paper, your blankets, and your sheets, and, you know, things of that nature. So he's coming through, and he's coming to our cube. Dude is about 6'4". Couldn't have weighed no more than 160. Had like a little baby fro, but it was nappy. Caramel complected dude. He had like a little scruggly beard or whatever. He was just a real happy-go-lucky type of individual. He looked like, I'm trying to, you know, because I always try to paint the picture for you all. What's the dude off of, what's the dude off of 5 Heartbeats? It takes more than love to build. You know, he was I can't, you know, hit the, but I'm saying he was one of them type looking motherfuckers, man. So he comes into the cell or the pod or whatever. So he's like, "What's up, my nigga? What's happening? You know, this is what you do in prison, man. What's happening?" So he's like, "What's up, man?" He got like a real Eddie Kane looking motherfucker. That's what so he got like a little, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how he talk. So they was like, man, what they call you or whatever? Because we knew obviously he wasn't from Lexington, because nobody knew he wasn't really looking familiar. And so, hey y'all, hey, I don't know, well, Markeisha Washington is a hater, y'all. She keeps talking about return my damn glasses. True story. She tries to say that I took these glasses from her. And allegedly I did. But allegedly I didn't. So y'all jump in the comment section and let her know that these are not the only glasses that they sell. I'm full of love. And, you know what I mean? True story. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But it's alleged. So y'all let her know. But anyway, he comes into the cube. So what's up, bro? What's your name, man? What they call you? He's like, man, they call my name. He said, my name is Marcus. He's like, Marcus? Okay, what's up, Marcus? Yeah, my name's Marcus, but they call me Long Long. The fuck? Long Long? He's like, yeah, they call me Long Long. Now we in penitentiary, right? So little midget Mikey literally is a midget, my dog. Little shout out to DJ Mikey. Mikey's like, nigga, you know where you at? We ain't gonna call you long. What type of shit is that? We not gonna call you long. I'm talking about we just met this dude. He was like, nigga, we gonna call you la. So everybody started laughing. He was like, nah, man, I don't go by that. I don't play that shit. Don't call me long. Don't call me la. My name is Long. Man, about 2 weeks later on the yard, all you heard was la. So the remaining time that he was there, that's the name that he went by was La. And everybody just fell out laughing like at the beginning. But he wasn't feeling that name either. And you know what? I wouldn't have been feeling that name either. La. Like, I'm in prison, but you gonna call me La? But you don't come in prison talking about your name is Long. That's just not something that's conducive. That's not anything that's people just gonna, just call you. Tell him to give me my shit back then, respectfully. I told you, it's all alleged. It's all alleged. I never, ever took anything from anybody. Allegedly. But you see some crazy things in jail, man. You see some crazy shit in prison, man, that just, unless you've been in there, it's one of those things to where when I say things, I know that people look at me sideways sometimes, but I just be keeping it real. I just be telling it for what it is. And it's like, listen, if you're a zesty type of individual, right? There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Like, I don't have a problem with nobody. Like, you like what you like and you like who you like. I don't have a problem with anybody. Nobody. We all have people in our families that are zesty, gay, whatever you want to call it. Cool. It's what you like, man. But I think that it's more accepted, in prison. And this is not speaking about everybody. There's a misconception. I think that Fleece Johnson has people thinking that because at the time that he was in prison, he was at the worst prison in Kentucky at the time, Eddyville. We was there on a Scared Straight program and somebody got stabbed. They took us down there the day that UK Wildcats played U of L, the Cardinals, basketball, whatever. I think I was like 13, 14, so it was supposed to be Scared Straight. And you come to prison, this is what happens, never come to prison. Evidently it didn't work because, it is what it is. But somebody got stabbed on the yard. There was blood trails all over the sidewalk. So we seen these things and it was just like, why would you ever want to come to prison? But then I guess you want things, you see things, and reality hits. And I'm not using this as an excuse because you never have to turn to the streets or crime or illegal activities or whatever. That's just something that you do because, in most cases, because you just choose to do so. But nevertheless, Fleece talked about how much gay activity and 85-90% of the yard was gay. I think that is vastly exaggerated. Listen, the 10 years I didn't see that much zesty shit. And I done been to camps, minimum securities. I ain't never been to max, but the only maximum security is Eddyville. I never been to max. I'm not no, I'm probably not gonna go to max. Just not the type of inmate that I was. I might cuss a CO. Man, fuck you. Some shit like that. Go to the hole or get in a fight or some shit like that. But I'm not a... Like a time when I was dragging my feet. And the punk ass CO was about 22, 23. He was like, pick your feet up, inmate, when you walk. I was like, what? I was mad in the motherfucker that day anyway, because you just wake up in bad moods in jail some days. Prison, whatever. Jail, whatever. probably gonna wake up in a worse mood in jail opposed to prison. Because you can't move in jail. Pick your feet up when you walk in, man. I'm what? You heard me. Pick your feet up when you walk. Man, fuck you, man. Sent my black ass to the hole for about 2 weeks. So, you know, I was a little combative. I will admit, but I'm not now. No. I'm totally not that way. But nevertheless, Fleece talked about all the gay activity that he's seen in prison, and I don't doubt that. And you hear a lot of stuff. Like, I've seen some stuff. I never walked in on anything, but you hear about it or you see certain things. But there's sentiments. There's people that, like, there's jokes. There's certain things that you would just never say in real life. For instance, seen a dude arguing with a dude, right? Let me give you a couple examples. See two dudes arguing over something. I don't even remember what they was arguing about. It probably started off as just joking, and then it got somewhat serious. It got somewhat serious to the point to where the OG was talking to the youngster. He wasn't really that young, but the OG was older than the other dude or whatever. He was like, say another word. Say another motherfucking word. And I'm going to kiss you in your hot mouth. Let's rewind. I know I'm on live, but let's rewind that. I'm the only one that can do a manual rewind on live. Say another word. Say another motherfucking word, and I'm going to come over and kiss you in your hot mouth. And then I'm going to make you face that wall. I'm going to make you get in your bed, get in your rack. They call it the rack in prison. I'm going to make you get in your rack and face that wall. First of all, how you gonna tell another grown man that if he says another word, I'm gonna come and kiss you in your hot mouth? But you got people that's around that's watching and witnessing. Ooh. I'm sitting there like, this is my first time ever in this. What the fuck? If you say another motherfucking word, I got to take the love sunglasses off because this is not love. This is not. I'm going to kiss you in your hot mouth. You going to tell another grown man you're going to kiss him in his hot mouth, and the other people that surround the spectator, ooh, oh, he said he going to kiss him in his hot mouth. He said he going to kiss him in his... The fuck, man? It's type of things that you see in prison, that you hear in prison. You'll see two people arguing, or not even arguing, but just, you know, just... They call it ranking, riding, whatever, Joseph. And you'll see a dude, you'll see two dudes, you know, going back and forth. And then next thing you know, some gay shit, go ahead on, big booty motherfucker. This nigga big booty motherfucker. You be like, come on, dog. Like, these are the type of things that you hear. I know we laughing and we joking, but these are the things that like I tell these stories because my whole goal is to keep the youngsters out of prison, man. They think that, okay, because they this and they that on the streets and they got these Glocks and switches, and it's not that in there, man. It's not. It's not. It's not. How do you say that to another grown man? Big booty motherfucker. Like, I mean, you see some of the strangest, weirdest characters in prison. I told y'all about Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie was an individual. Fast Eddie was about 6'2", 6'3", had a big old pot belly stomach. But it's crazy because the dude was athletic. Had like a little, hold on, did he have a beard? He had a beard sometimes. Sometimes he rocked a goatee. He had black hair. Like I said, white dude. Probably weighed every bit of 260, 270 because of his stomach. But he would play basketball. So whenever you playing basketball with the dude, he would guard you with his stomach. So you couldn't get around him because this dude would just hit you with his stomach. You'd be like, God damn, man, I can't even. But you can't really say nothing. You can't try him. Y'all jump in the comment section. Somebody jump in the comment section and let me know you still rock with me. Because I don't know if my phone froze up. It probably didn't. But, you know, just let it be known. Let it be known if y'all still with me. Somebody, okay, I'll tell you what. Somebody say Fast Eddie. Say Fast Eddie. True story. Okay, you still rocking with me. True story. So you couldn't even guard this dude, but the dude had like mad respect on the yard, man. You know what I'm saying, son? Now here I go, I act like I'm from New York and shit. Not me. Shout out to the East Coast, actually, because somebody really told me that nah mean comes from Philly. I always thought it came from New York, but nevertheless, it's on the East Coast, son. You feel me? What? So, Fast Eddie, he's like, man, he had mad respect on the yard, but the dude was like the utmost zesty. Now, when I say zesty, Fast Eddie would find his target, find his man. He like white boys, but shit, he really like who he likes. It's penitentiary shit. Fast Eddie, you know when Fleece Johnson said the easy way, the hard way? It wasn't no rap. He gonna hit you, you gonna go to sleep, because the dude had hands. His hands was like, and when you laid out, it don't matter if you've been hooping, it don't matter if you just got off the toilet. If he wanted you, he was gonna have you for real. And he gonna pull your pants down and give you fellatio. I'm sorry, this is just what it is, man. So don't go to prison. He's gonna give you fellatio wherever he's at, as long as it's not a CO around, whatever. Fast Eddie, Kentucky prison system. And that was his whole disposition. That's what he did, man. Can you imagine? I want you all to just, I don't, who wants to imagine this? But you coming around the corner, you don't even know. Somebody just socks you out. Somebody just pulls your pants down. You wake up, you don't know what happened. This type of shit that happens in prison, man. Stay out that motherfucker, man. Well, KENZ, you always talking about all these things that happen in prison. What happened to you, motherfucker? Ain't nothing happened to me. Fuck you mean? But at the same time, it don't mean that he couldn't. It don't mean that he couldn't. Everybody thinks that, oh, no, anyway, it would never happen to me. Shit, I would, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, brother? Like, you got dudes that are monsters in prison. Now, if you're in the state, okay, you have a better opportunity, a better chance of it not happening to you, because in the state, you're not gonna leave the state. So you're probably gonna go somewhere and you're gonna see your hood, your set, or, you know, whatever the case may be, and people that you know, people that you're already accustomed to or whatever. But when they send you to the feds, man, ain't no telling, man. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Before I get Fast Eddie to come in here, and not me, but before I get Fast Eddie on y'all. But when you go to the feds, man, there's no telling where you're gonna be at. So your little street status is null and void. You may go to fucking Seattle and there's nobody from Kentucky there, so the closest state is you know, because you're gonna ride with your region. You tough, but don't nobody know who you are. Dudes got knives. You got shot callers in like prison, especially in the West Coast. You got shot callers, man. You got shot callers. You can get away with that in the state, but you can't get away with it. It's more difficult to get away with that in the feds. Damn near virtually impossible. You in the state. We just gonna say you just in the state or whatever. And you got a problem with an individual. The problem, a person has a problem with you. You used to just handling your beef or whatever with guns. But now you in jail. What are you gonna do, man? You been out there on the streets drinking, drugging, fucking, smoking, getting money, not taking care of your body, not eating right half the time, not sleeping. And now you in prison and they got you in a cell with a gorilla, man. They got you in a cell with a dude he ain't got to be that big. 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot. But been working out for 15 years straight, 12 years straight, 10 years straight, 8 years straight. He looked like he stepped straight out of the cover of a men's magazine or some shit. All that old size don't matter. And John Hickman was good. John Hickman said, send Fast Eddie by. He owes me money. So you familiar with Fast Eddie? See, I'm telling y'all, man, every story that I tell, like, I don't make up stories. Like, it's crazy because in a lot of my stories or whatnots, it's usually somebody be like, that's my cousin, and then they'll validate that. Fast Eddie was a real character. Would knock you straight out, man. But nevertheless, they put you in a cell with a gorilla, man. Shout out to Capri. Thank you for the super chat, super thanks. Thank you. I appreciate you. I definitely do. Put you in a cell with a gorilla, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, realistically, what are you gonna do? I give me a knife, I give me a shank. It all sounds good until you find yourself in that situation. Hopefully you don't, man. Y'all hit that double tap that screen, man. Before I go, well, I'm not gonna go Fast Eddie on y'all, but just double tap the screen. And so, bitty space. What can you do? Where can you go? This dude decides he wants to do you in. Used to handling your business with the scope, with the, you know what I mean? The beam, with the. You can't just carry a knife around in prison. This ain't fucking Shawshank Redemption. This ain't TV. You can keep a knife on you, but it's only a matter of time before you get patted down and they're gonna take it or. So what are you gonna do when you're in a cell with this gorilla, man? This dude been working out 8, 10, 12 years straight, man. 6 days a week. Running 5 miles a day. You out doing what you do on the streets. You not in no shape. What are you gonna do, man? I'm gonna do something. All of that stuff sounds good. Youngsters, y'all, I want y'all to really, really hear me. All of that stuff sounds good. It does, I promise you. But a pair of lips can and will say anything. It sounds good, man. I don't know. I'm gonna pick up something. You're in a little bitty closed-in space. This dude's forearms look like motherfucking Popeye somebody. Like, this dude is really, and he's intimidating. Big ass beard. He got a deep what's up, man. He got a deep ass what's up. He's offering you some shit. You sitting in there, you starving, because your money ain't hit, or you might not have no money, depending on what the scenario is. Eat some of this chili. I'm just saying, you know, your voice, you really normally talk like, nah, I'm cool, but you know, you got this dude, this gorilla talk. I'm just saying, I'm cool, man. I'm just saying. What, you think you too good to eat my food? You in my cell, Vin Reams looking motherfucker. Vin Reams talk. You in my cell and you think you too good to eat my motherfucking food. No, OG. I'm just saying. Now you the same dude that was on the streets and you was a killer. I mean, this is what it is. I'm just saying. Y'all jump in the comment section and let me know if you rocking with me. If you rocking with me, y'all jump in the comment section. I'm just saying. And I want y'all to say it just like the youngster would be saying it when he's dealing with the gorilla in the cell. Just saying. He wants you. He senses that he can have you at any given time. Matter of fact, he knows. He don't just sense. He can have you at any given time. Capri said, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really, really make my evening. You in a cell with this dude, man, and there's no way out. There's nowhere to really run. There's nowhere to hide. Fleece told a story, and I'm incorporate. I was going to say something that just made absolutely no sense. I was going to say I'm going to emancipate this story into what Fleece Johnson said, but I'm going to incorporate this story. TB, I'm just saying what Fleece Johnson told. Same scenario. He's in a cell with an individual, gorilla. He's coming at him. He wants him. He's going to have him. And so, Fleece already knows that the dude is coming at him, man. He knows this is a young kid. Shouldn't even been in penitentiary. But these people, man, they don't give a fuck. They'll send you to prison at 15, 16, 17, call you an adult. And you're going to be amongst the lions, tigers, gorillas, goons, and birds. Hyenas. Fleece said that people on the yard had already been telling him. I'm sure you already know who Fleece Johnson is. Go check him out. Hustle Spirit 502. Featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. So people on the yard already been telling him, so they had already given him a knife. But it was like a little small knife or whatever, but it was something. It was some form of protection because this dude was really trying to take him in the cell, man. He's trying to take the man in the cell, man. I know that I make this kind of humorous at times, and I know that I joke, but this is real life. This is reality, man. This is real facts, big facts. Same situation. I've been giving you all my food. You've been eating all my Doritos, all my noodles, all my honey buns. And now you want to act like you too good? I'm just saying, it's Fleece. I'm just saying, I'm not really with that 16, 17-year-old kid, man. 17, I don't want to say he was 17 at the time. Imagine you're a kid, right? How many of y'all have teenagers? Or have had teenagers? Or will have teenagers? 16, 17 years old in the penitentiary. The only maximum security penitentiary in Kentucky is Eddyville, man. Eddyville, just Google it. If you're not from Kentucky, Google Eddyville or Kentucky State Penitentiary. It's the home of Death Row / Fleece Johnson. Got your son, man, in the cell with a straight gorilla, man. You got your son in the cell with a straight gorilla. He done lured him in. Food smelling good. You gonna sit there, you only a human being, so you get to eat. Now, a couple weeks later, man, you've been eating all my food, but you never asked for anything. This person, they reeled you in. Now you owe them. You owe them now because you accepted their food. Oh. Well, you ain't got it to pay me. You gonna pay me in something. Soft press is what they call this. Is the soft press. Everybody's not Fast Eddie where they knock you out and just take it. Some people do the soft press. You gonna pay with something. You gonna pay with something. That deep voice, that deep Ving ring. You gonna pay with something. Just saying, I'm not with that. I'm just. This was the night, and I forget what the dude's name was that Fleece said. But this was the night that the dude made his move, and he reaches over to give Fleece Johnson a kiss. 17-year-old kid, man. This dude's like 35. Fleece wasn't with it. Fleece wasn't with it at this point. Imagine this is your kid now. I'm being dead serious. I know I'm joking. Imagine. See, these are the videos that need to be showed. Show this to your kid. Just saying. Show it to him. I'm not really with this, sir. I'm not really with you. I already told you. Voice gets deeper. I already told you. Eating my shit up. You can't pay me back. So you just sit here and you just take this, or I'm gonna take it. Either or, I'm gonna take it. Fleece is resisting. 17-year-old kid, man. 35-year-old man, he resisting, and you think this is a game? Now the dude gets to yelling and shit. You think this is a motherfucking joke? Takes his fist, rams it through the wall, or punches it through the wall. Boom! And when he punches it through the wall, like, it goes all the way up to his elbow. Whole hand goes through the wall. He pulls his hand out of the wall. Ah! He gets to screaming. Ah! Nigga! Powder and shit, dust is flying in the air. Fleece is looking at this as though this motherfucker just knocked a hole in this concrete, like this brick block wall. See, what Fleece didn't understand, it was all game. Dude had like a poster. Had a poster on the wall, and it was already a hole in the wall. And this was a tactic that this dude used. It was a hole in the wall, and he had it sealed up with like drywall shit or whatever the shit that you know what I mean? And he put powder in there, so when you hit it, when you infiltrate it, it dust is gonna fly in the air, but it was baby powder. It was all a game. It was all game that was being ran. And this is what this individual would do when they would bring like new people in his cell. But that just goes to show, true story, Capri. This goes to show how much the Department of Corrections don't give a fuck about you. They will throw you in the cell with a booty bandit, man. They would literally throw you in the cell with a real life killer, a real life gangster, a real life goon. No matter what your charges are, you might be in there. There's a story about it, and I'm gonna talk about that before I go. A dude that had a 3-year sentence for a DUI, and they threw him in the cell with a killer, man. Dust flying all out, but Fleece is thinking that it's you know, dust from the wall, but really it's baby powder or whatever. 17 again. I'm gonna reiterate that several times. It's 17. Who's gonna challenge that? Fleece said he was just like, here, man, you can just have it. Come on, man, come on, you can have it. He said the dude started to caress him and you know, kiss on him or whatever. Fleece Johnson said that he was in so much distraught and amazement that he forgot that he had this knife. It was like a pocket knife. Although it wasn't a pocket, it was a shank, but it was about the size of a pocket knife. And he's telling him, like, listen, I don't know, I'm not with this. Although he didn't just witness this, this dude put his hands through a wall. He's not knowing that it was a baby powder in the wall, the hole was already there. He's not even knowing. He later discovered this. The dude starts to kiss him. I don't even like talking about this shit, man, but damn. The dude starts to, kiss him on his neck or whatever. Felice said he remembered that he had this knife. Felice said that he's left-handed. I guess the angle that they were at or whatever, he could get to the knife where he had it at. And Felice is telling him like, no, no, no. See, in prison, no means no, and yes is not allowed. Back then they didn't have PREA, the Pre-R-Word Elimination Act. The Pre-R-Word Elimination Act. You can get on the phone and tell them, hey, I got a problem, such and such is trying to grape me. And see, back then they didn't have this. So Felice, this is probably in the 70s. It was in the 70s, man. Eddyville in the 70s. I do believe that a lot of dudes was zesty on the yard. I went down there for the Secure Straight program, and the dudes showered outside. They had a cell house, like the shower. You had to go outside to take a shower. Like, I believe it, man. I've seen a whole lot of just weird type of vibes down there. Nevertheless, Felice goes in and grabs his knife, and he catches dude right in the neck. Once he catches him in the neck, dude is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And now he's back, he's retreating, but he's holding his neck like, no. Ain't no now. So Felice said that he goes to the dude and just anywhere he could just stab him, stab, like he was just stabbing him wherever. Eddyville, they got the bars. They don't have like a lot of prisons, it's just the doors. So shut the door, boom, you can't even see in the cell. They got like a little small window. But nah, Eddyville, you got the bars. So if the people's right next door to you, what's up, my dog? Yeah, what's happening, man? Send me this over, whatever. And you kite it over to them, which means that you create a string and you throw your string out there. And if they want to throw you something, a noodle or something like that, you throw your string out there and you catch whatever they throwing and you bring it. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. Felice just kept stabbing him. 17-year-old kid again. The police caught wind. They come. Drop the knife. They call it Signal 7. I don't know what cell house they were in, because I've never really done time at Eddyville. So, but the Signal 7, for y'all that don't know, is anytime that there's a fight, violence in jail, they can call it Signal 7. So let's just say they were in cell house 7. Signal 7 means stop what you're doing and come now. Right now. Not now, right now. Because it's violence. Let's just say they were in cell house 7. Signal 7 in cell house 7. Signal 7 in cell house 7. That's how the police punk ass sound. Even the ones that talk so tough, act like they so big and bad, they this and that. But when an inmate gets with them, like, okay, well, fuck it, let's get it then. What's happening? It's a whole different ball game. Signal 7 and Unit 7 in Cell House 7. Signal 7 in Cell House 7. So they call it Signal, 7 or whatever. They come and Felice is stabbing and dude, stabbing like blood everywhere, man. Blood everywhere. It's in his book, man. I read his book. I talk to Big Lee on a regular basis. He runs the whole channel, man, at Hustle Spirit 502. I'm gonna be interviewing Felice Johnson. It's supposed to been happen, but things happen. But it's coming soon. They come, they grab Felice. Felice said he don't even know if the dude ever made it. He never got charged. He never got, he don't know what happened to the dude. He just knows that he never seen the dude ever again in life. And Felice did 40 years straight in the Kentucky Department of Corrections. I think he did a total of 42 years, but he did 40 years straight. Started as a teenager. These are the type of things that these youngsters don't even understand that they're facing, man. There's no guns in jail, man. Even if you can fight, it don't even necessarily mean everything, because depending on where you at and the clique, like it's just a whole lot of unnecessary, like, don't even put yourself in that predicament, in that situation. And I guess from there, Fleece became, I don't call Fleece a booty bandit, because he told his story and I believe him. Fleece said MSNBC just made that up, and he did what he did, but everything that he did was voluntarily. But that made Fleece a savage in prison, man. A savage. Sometimes that's what it takes. I'm not saying to partake in that sort of activity, but prison is a dog-eat-dog motherfucking world, man. Yeah. The things the system does to our people. You're absolutely right. What up, Florida? Florida 240. Shorty 240. Absolutely. You can say don't go, but what about the ones that didn't do it? Yeah. Prison has people in there that didn't do it, legitimately didn't do it. See, Carolina, North Carolina. What's up, Carolina? The thing about prison, I'm a mailman. You get me through my day. Thank you, man. Thank you. And I'm glad that I can help get you through your day, Florida 240. I do it for the people, man. I do it for the people. Because really, don't nobody want to work no motherfucking job, for real. Ain't nothing wrong with working, but I'm just saying, like, damn, man. So you have some entertainment, put your earbuds in or whatever, listen to a couple stories or whatever, then boom, your day's over with, man. So that's who I definitely do it for. But you got people in prison that really didn't do it. I know, just like on the movie Life, when Claude was talking to the mayor. Well, come on, Claude. I mean, don't you think it's kind of funny? Everybody says they didn't do it. Well, you got to forgive me, sir, if I don't think it's too funny. Like, everybody, see, what they do is, the prison, it's a real live system. You got private prisons. People invest in millions of dollars to open these private prisons. So guess what? You can't get paid unless you have inmates filling the beds. The state pays the jails or the prisons to house these inmates. The majority of people that are housed are non-violent. You know what I mean? Non-violent. I don't know what other states do, but in Kentucky you got the fucking sentence enhancements. They call it the PFO, persistent felony offenders, and that's just state charges. In the feds they call it career criminal. But as far as the state, right? You go to Walmart, you steal some shit. Back in the day, it was over $300. You steal some shit, it comes up to $305. Then you face it 1 to 5. You facing 1 to 5, but you already had a prior felony. So now that enhances your sentence to 5 to 10. You know, if you go to trial, you can get 10 years, and you probably gonna have multiple counts. So they're threatening you with, well, you got 3 counts, so you facing 5 to 10 on each count. 30 years. So you're gonna take a plea deal and take 8. You're gonna take a 7-8 year plea, and you in prison. And really, if you had whatever you stole, if it was $6 less for $2.99 opposed to, $305, it just would have been a misdemeanor. and you would have been facing 12 months in the county jail. Probably would have played out to about 90 days, 120 days. But they're gonna send you to prison to keep these beds filled. And you got individuals that didn't do anything whatsoever, but they don't have the money to hire an attorney. They don't have the money to fight the system like that. So they facing all of these years, so they cop out to 5 years for something that they didn't even do. See, this system, they're the real criminals, but they look at people like me like I'm the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. They say I'm a bad guy. I come from the bottom, but now I'm mad fly. They say I'm a menace. That's the picture they paint. They say a lot about me. Let me tell you what I ain't. See, they don't tell this side of the story. I believe that if you do something wrong, okay, you get punished. But what's wrong with giving a motherfucker 6 months at a time? You want to keep doing 6 months at a time in the county, 120 days a month, at a time? Not 120 days a month. That didn't even make sense. But if you want to keep doing 120 days every time you get caught up, then let that be what it's going to be. But they send them to prison and give them these sentence enhancements. And a lot of times people haven't even done anything. These police are overzealous, man. They shot a motherfucker. What was it, in Colorado? I'm not sure, but I think it was in Colorado. Was it yesterday? The motherfucking police hit the dude in the back of the head when he wasn't looking, so the dude turned around, was like, square up. You're not familiar with square up, y'all go to my channel and check out my video labeled square up. Turn around and he's squaring up with the officer. I don't agree with this, but this is what he did. And the officer got his gun out. Now you done just hit dude. You bitch ass motherfucker. You just hit dude. You were so tough, but now you got your gun out. You hit dude when he wasn't looking. Dude's charging you, he ain't got a weapon, he just got his hands up. He's charging you. You backing up, but it's a slow process. You backing up. All you doing is just getting in range to do what you really, really, really want to do. Man, I need my moderator. This weird motherfucker. Hold on, let me block this motherfucker. Let's just block it. That's what we do. We just block it. You did. Ain't all that silly. Just block it. So, a bad job. I'm trying to block this weirdo. Don't got nothing to do with his life. Y'all bear with me. Alright, so the dude's charging him or whatever, but he's not even charging, he's walking towards him like very, very slowly. All y'all gotta do is just look it up. The dude stops moving, literally stops. He just stops in his track like, it's how he is. And the officer, they're probably on video, it looks like they're at least 5-6 feet, in between them. And the officer just fires, boom, 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 fires on him. Kills the man. Now, obviously, the police department, they're going to support, they're going to say, well, the officer was in fear of his life. You hit dude first. Dude just turned around and I don't recommend doing this, but dude turned around and was like, okay, you want to fight? Let's fight. Now all of a sudden your bitch ass is in fear for your life. Man, that's why I be like, fuck the police, nigga. Black, white, I don't give a fuck. There's no good cops. There's no good COs. Fuck them. Because you know why? If you are part of an organization and you know this shit goes on, you can't look at it and be like, well, I'm one of the good ones. No, fuck you. And fuck y'all. That's how I feel. I don't care about this video being monetized. I don't care. The point that I'm making is this. We have to do a better job and understand that they got all the power. Like, dude got a gun pointed at you. Why you charging him? No disrespect. But at the same time, you didn't have to shoot that dude, man. You was man enough to shove him in the back of his head when he wasn't looking. But now you fear for your life. I fear for my life. He was charging me, and I just fear for my life. Bitch ass, man. Like it's crazy, and he's gonna get off because the dude, in my opinion, because the dude was walking towards him. I gave him the commandments. The police talk. I gave him the commandments to stop, and he didn't do it. So why did you mug the dude in the back of the head when he wasn't looking? And then pull your gun out? You tough, right? Fight him. You got a taser. When the academy, they teach us to shoot to kill, deadly force. All this shit is a game. It's a system, man. Killing innocent people. Locking up innocent people, knowing that they don't have the money to afford the decent enough counsel, if you will, to beat these charges. So hey, this is what it is, man. That's literally what it is. And what makes it so bad is that they know that there's cameras on them. They know it's cameras on them, and they do it anyway because they don't. I don't think that they don't care, but the racism in their heart, the hatred in their heart, they forget about everything else that's around them, and they just do it. If a police officer pulls me over, I'm gonna play my part. Yes sir, no sir. Because I understand I need to make it home. People love me and care about me, so I need to make it home. But inside I'm like, fuck you. But I can't win. And I'd encourage more of us to be, just people in general, to just be that way. You got your phones, other people's recording. And just deal with it that way. And these people, man, they don't care though. They still gonna shoot you dead, man. Like a dog in the street. Condolences that goes out to that gentleman's family. Really a tough situation, but situations we put ourselves in, and this is no disrespect, but don't walk towards a police officer that got a gun, man. Dudes is Klansmen, man. Only thing that's missing is the white hood, man. They got the blue uniforms on. Dudes is itching to kill you, unalive you. Don't walk towards a police officer that's clearly, don't do that. We have to have better judgment, but that police officer was dead wrong. This is Real KENZ TV. Appreciate y'all chiming in. What a trio. New Orleans. That Baby J 7K is in the building. I will be in New Orleans at some point next year. Me and my boo, with our little shades on, we will be in New Orleans. I never been in New Orleans. I want to go. I'm definitely gonna go. I don't know if it'll be Mardi Gras. I don't know if it'll be the Essence Festival. I don't know. But we will be on Bourbon Street at some point next year. You know what I mean? Somebody's trolling. Does your scalp hurt from them braids? Yeah, hurts very, very bad. But I appreciate you getting me through this long ass work week. You my guy. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all listening to me, chiming in. Y'all share my videos, put my if you don't mind, trying to get this channel really out there, but you know, it takes a village, it takes a team. Y'all go to the alerts, hit all, so that anytime I drop a video or whatever, you alerted. um, yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all later on this week. We're gonna do this thing again and again and again, and we're gonna run these numbers up, man. Real KENZ TV.